Okay, so hello everyone. This is Yuxuan Liang, and this is my report about Dajiang. And this report will aim at exploring in overall strategy and adopted by Dajiang, which is a Chinese drone manufacturer. And my presentation will divide it into 9 sections as to be presented right here. You can see. So for the first part of executive summary, it is important to highlight Dajiang's leading position in international UAV market with a market share of about 70%. And the company pursues a successful blue ocean strategy in this emerging sector and has built its powerful first mover advantage, which allows the company to outperform other than other competitors in terms of product quality and cost control. The mission, vision, and values for Dajiang are also highlighted right here. You can see the company associates its drone products more with development of human society than consumers' personal satisfaction, which is very interesting to me. And in terms of the external analysis, Presto framework is also adopted to access the macro business environment in China. One notable political force here is the U.S. and China trade war that we was mentioned before, which has a huge impact to the high-tech industry supply chains. At the very same time, the global economic slowdown after the pandemic has also made a serious impact on overall market demand for social volume, and the economic prospect urges that company to cut its cost to better survive in this harsh economic environment. And as for the other 3 categories of forces, first, China has one of the most comprehensive industry system in the world, and Chinese company progress in high-tech consumer electronic components will make it much more convenient for Chinese high-tech company to find the highly cost-effective local suppliers. And actually, this existence of this technological infrastructure is crucial for Dajiang somehow to maintain its competitive advantage in cost control. And also, legal factors may also have some impacts on drone industry in China because there are much more stricter laws and regulation concerning the usage of drones by normal people, ordinary people like us, because the drones can be very dangerous in places like airports. And on the other hand, the mandatory potential for the drones has also urged China to impose stricter control over the export of certain drones categories. These 2 factors can significantly influence the overall market demand for drones. Within the drone industry in China, the industry profitability and attractiveness are also evaluated by using our course material by using Porter's 5 forces model. For this emerging industry with only a short history but a promising future, the threat of new entrants and the threat of substitute can be considered as very low when we are focusing on high-tech drones especially. Plus, the bargaining power for the buyers are also very weak because they have real limited alternative choices to choose from. However, the bargaining power for suppliers can be somehow moderate, and some key component suppliers like chip and cameras suppliers still possess a strong bargaining power because the drone manufacturers can hardly find the alternative options, just like we mentioned, from just like buyers, and also to face a high switching cost. Also, the competition within industry is intensive mainly because of its huge market potential that is yet to be developed, as well as the diverse niche sectors where drones application is still to be determined. So, in general speaking, even though Dajiang has dominated the drone industry at this moment, but the industry's high attractives are still high attractive and profitable for other brands. Therefore, we have the internal analysis, and we have a SWOT analysis right here, which resulted to show that Dajiang's strengths can be found both in terms of current product portfolio as well as the technological innovation capability, which can guarantee Dajiang's technological supremacy in the domestic or even global drones market. But there's still one thing that we have to mention about, which is the weakness of the company that are mainly associated with its international operation, like the impacts of US sanction. The political factors can also be a major sources of future threats. And the opportunity of Dajiang mainly lies in using its drone-related technology to diversify into relevant areas and expanding into other underdeveloped markets with the help of affordable models. And here we have another internal analysis model of viral, which is the 4 key resources and capabilities mentioned here, including R&D, drone technology, supply chain, as well as the brand reputations. Besides that, R&D first meets the standards for viral and can be considered as the source of sustainable competitive advantage at Dajiang. And for resources and capabilities, Dajiang, as the first innovator in the global drones industry, has been investing heavily on R&D, which resulted in powerful technological accumulation and effective organization arrangement that stimulates the innovation in the right direction. And last but not least, the supply chain. Dajiang's supply chain is located in Shenzhen, China, where the company can easily find a wide range of upstream suppliers and cooperate with them tightly to improve their product's quality as well as to reduce the drive cost, since it is in China. And the local infrastructure and the long-term partnership will make it very difficult for other competitors, especially the ones from foreign country. So here we have the business strategy for Dajiang. It can be classified as blue ocean strategy, as we can see from the PowerPoint, since Dajiang is one of the first company to offer commercial drones, and this emerging segment was not competitive and favorable in the early 2010s. So Dajiang's drones products provide some professional users with huge values that they can hardly find elsewhere. And for example, you can see some expensive film clips can be shot using Dajiang drones, which is much more cost-effective than traditional methods. And at the same time, Dajiang is also able to achieve economic of scales by stimulating huge market demand for its products and locating its supply chain in Shenzhen to minimize the supply chain cost. And this is the corporate strategy, which Dajiang has diversified into many related areas like sports camera, stabilizer, autopilot, EV, and even though e-bike possibly, where Dajiang's technology strengths in drones can be easily applied. So first of all, for the vertical integration for Dajiang, is working on upstream integration, especially towards high value components like chips and cameras to further cut cost. And finally, we can see from the PowerPoint is the geographic scope, which means that Dajiang can be considered a global drone brand since its dominant market position around the world. So here we have the competitive analysis, where we using Dajiang's products to compare with other 3 world-level drone brands. Anzu Robotics, which is the one company that I mentioned from my news talk, Parrot, and Skydio. The performance of their drone products are evaluated against 7 dimensions that are shown from my PowerPoint. And as we can see in the table, all the other 3 brands are less cost-effective compared to Dajiang's products. And their performance in terms of the product's functions like modularity, intelligence, camera, and range wiring, these performance and indicators can prove that the Dajiangs are more often consumers' favorite choice in every aspects. And in addition to that, the Dajiang's organizational structure can be once again classified as a functional structure from my perspective. Even though there is no public evidence or information to show its detailed structure, but many sources have indicated that there are departments for specific functions like we usually know for a company, like sales, human resources, R&D, and structures. And This structure will allow Dajiang to concentrate relevant resources and capabilities to use them more effectively and efficiently. And it also allowed Dajiang to push their technological advancements in specific areas with maximum inputs. And here we have the recommendation. So based on the analysis for Dajiang's environment as well as to its strategies, here are some of my advices and recommendations for Dajiang that might helpful for my personal opinion. So the first one is to further diversify Dajiang's products based on the technology in which can help Dajiang to maintain its competitive advantage. Second, to further strengthening its supply chain to better prepare for the potential impact as for the political factors. And lastly, to further expanding Dajiang's market shares and to provide with more affordable drone models for ordinary people, since Dajiang's products are somehow very expensive. Thank you for listening.